Welcome to Olympian Cares, giving the best in water testing and analysis. Today we're looking at the courier of the town of Campbell gets the county to fund research for long-term water solutions, and that is Steuben County. So what is the town of Campbell doing, and what will these solutions be? The town of Campbell will get a test well to aid in finding a long-term solution to remediate PFAS contamination and provide the island with a clean water source. Now, if you see a lot of different rural areas, PFAS are a huge problem, especially in well water, because it may not even get filtered out. So there needs to be something that's going to be able to counter that. La Crosse County approved over $500,000 for Campbell for the well construction and for the research into long-term and safe water solutions. On Monday, November 14th, the county's first approved $100,000 for the test well, an additional $500,000 to supplement the research that will stem from the test well. We've been really blessed with La Crosse County. We've had a tremendous teamwork approach working with them, said Lee Donahue, supervisor for the town of Campbell. At the meeting last week, there was a lot of support recognizing that our lives and the way we live in our home, our quality of life, has been substantially impacted by the PFAS contamination. The test will be drilled more than 300 feet below the surface to Mount Simon Deep Aquifer, which hasn't been accessed for PFAS testing. To reach the deep aquifer, engineers will drill through contaminated upper aquifer and through a bedrock layer that is a barrier between two aquifers. The biggest thing we hope to find is that there is a protective layer of rock that exists between two aquifers, and the lower aquifer does not contain any type of contamination or other product that could be harmful. Donahue said, if this is a clean, safe water source that could be used for a municipal system, that would be the best news to find out. Donahue also wants it to be clear that residents should not invest in drilling private wells deeper to reach the second aquifer. Not only is it a costly project, but more drilling that occurs through the bedrock can lead to increased potential for contamination from the shallow aquifer to the deep aquifer. Cross County approved an additional $500,000 for extensive research into the aquifer and bedrock, and the funds are approved based upon additional information and how the research will be conducted and will be distributed to Campbell once that information is received. This research will not only help the town of Campbell find a safe water source, but will also help inform the rest of the county about potential future PFAS contamination. A contamination plumb in the shallow aquifer is moving as it flows in the groundwater. Ideally, the research will show in which direction the groundwater flows, which are areas at risk of future contamination, how far the bedrock stretches, and, of course, if the deep aquifer is a viable source of drinking water. In 2003, the United States Geological Survey conducted research about the groundwater flow and the bedrock buffer in the region. Donahue said, it is the time for updated research. We know that the plumes are growing and moving. We want to make certain that we can do everything in our power to prevent this from happening, and if it's on the move and headed towards another community, that the guests get the best heads up that it's coming to a community near you and what you can do. Donahue said the town of Campbell is putting together a plan for the groundwater research, a timeline, how it's going to be conducted, and the cost. Various agencies like USGC's Upper Midwest Environmental Science Center in La Crosse, and also USGC's Upper Midwest Water Center in Middleton, and Wisconsin Geological, the Natural History Survey, will work together to investigate the groundwater. The test well will be located at Norm Waldron Memorial Park, just a block northwest of Clinton Street and Bainbridge Street intersection. Donahue said this location was specifically selected because private wells and nearby residents have shown low to no levels of PFAS contamination. And we can see this right here. So it's great that they're taking initiative to get away from PFAS with long-term water solutions. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that PFAS can never get into the water supply. So you always want to make sure that you have your water periodically tested and analyzed for PFAS.